Hey everyone, and welcome back to a Cut Above recipe. Today we're diving deep into the world of barbecue pork ribs. That's the kind that fall off the bone, it's bursting with flavor and leaves everyone begging for more. But it's not just about the recipe today. We're going to talk about how to tackle these ribs, whether you're feeding a crowd for catering, prepping ahead for a party, or just making dinner tonight. Plus, I'll reveal to you my little secret triple threat mopping sauce hack. Alright, we have the star of our show. That's our pork ribs. Make sure you find something that has a good meat to bone ratio and even some heavy marbling. The more meat, the better. For me, the next step after towel drying is to remove the membrane or the sinew from the back. You see how I'm having a little bit of difficulty here trying to get it off, but eventually I win. Alright, so after pulling off the sinew, hopefully you don't struggle as much as I did. It was interesting to see me fumble through this. So the next two things I'm going to do after that is A, turn on my pellet grill to about 240 degrees, so that preheats. Make sure it's filled with your pellets of choice. I chose Hickory because it's one of the better flavors. And next is to set up my flavor foundation, my homemade dry rub. Actually, in this video, I didn't set up the rub till I started to make my hack mopping sauce, but it's the same ingredients, and it's salt, pepper, granulated onion and garlic, chili powder, cumin, and green hatch chili. If you look into my description of the video, you'll find the recipe there for the measurements, and you can adjust it to your flavor you want. One of the most important things is don't be shy with the rub. Get it on both sides, get it nice and even, because this is what you want to flavor your ribs. Okay, I am actually using a small tabletop pellet grill because I don't smoke that much, but I do love the control the pellet grill gives. So I actually found a really good price on a tabletop pit boss. That is why I cut the ribs in half. You're going to want to take the ribs and put them so that the bone side is up, and you want to smoke them for about 2 to 3 hours. Now that my ribs are enjoying the smoky goodness and the hickory love that it's receiving, now's the time to make my hack mopping sauce. I'm using one of my favorite barbecue sauces that we use in our house. I am going to adjust it. I didn't have red pepper flakes, so I used some sambal seasoning, which is a spicy chili sauce, and I also used brown sugar and apple cider vinegar. I really enjoy the North Carolina style barbecue for the pig roast, but I also enjoy that sweet tomatoey barbecue like a Memphis barbecue sauce. So I combined the two, and it's really actually close. I think it's called a Lexington dipping sauce. You'll have to look it up. That's made in Western North Carolina. It's almost on the version of that, but I made it my own. Really good. It was tasty, and as you see there, I added a little bit of water just to make it a thin mopper. Halfway through, an hour to hour and a half, is when you're going to flip the ribs, and then at that point, this is where I use my mopping sauce. I mop them once, generous portion, close the lid and let it go for another hour and a half. By basting them generously halfway through the smoking process, you're adding moisture to the ribs, you're tenderizing it, and you're building incredible layers of flavor. Let them finish this first phase. It'll absorb all that smoky goodness. Okay, so after the initial 2 to 3 hours in your smoker of choice at home, you are actually building your flavor profile and hopefully building a nice bark outside of your ribs. Now comes the next stage to actually tenderize them. So what I'm going to do is called a Texas crush. I'm going to wrap them in foil and cook them at 225 degrees for another 2 to 3 hours. I'm going to put it inside of aluminum foil packets. I'm going to mop them with the meat side up, and I'm going to wrap them tight, put them on a tray, and let them do the thing in the oven. I chose an oven because I didn't want to waste any more wood pellets, and it's not going to be getting any more smoke since it's sealed in the foil, so I chose my oven. Now, once you pull your ribs out of the oven, now you have a choice to make. Are they going to be for dinner tonight, or are you prepping for a party or something else down the road because you don't want to babysit these ribs all day while you're trying to deal with other food items? So in my case, this was dinner tonight, so it is going right in the bowl, and we are going to toss it with more mopping sauce and put it on the grill. If you were going to be doing this for a party, hopefully this is the day before, you would cut this up, put them into individual riblets, and let them cool. Stick them in the refrigerator, sealed and tight, and you can keep them up to 4 days in advance. When you're ready to grill for your party, pull them out at least 30 minutes prior to let it get to room temperature, and then continue on as we are going to do here. You're going to want to toss them in with a little bit more of your mopping sauce and then head on to the grill. Man, looking at these ribs, they came out so good. So again, you see here, I'm tossing it with a little bit more mopping sauce just before I put it on a medium-high grill. And I am putting it on the grill. Now, you don't have to put it on the grill if you don't want to. Just put it in a 400-degree oven or a 375-degree oven and let it caramelize a little bit. But I love the char flavor with barbecue sauce, pork, a little bit of the pork fat. It all melts and it just creates such an umami flavor. You guys know, you've had smoked pork before, smoked rib, and cooked it on the grill. You can't beat that combination. So this is all we're doing, is finishing up and bringing it home for the plate. Well, there you have it, my ultimate low and slow barbecued hickory smoked pork rib. This method, combined with our amazing hack mopping sauce, is adaptable for any occasion. It'll make your barbecue sing. If you love this recipe and tips, please do the YouTube thing and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and a share. I would really appreciate that. Let me know in the comments below what's your favorite way to enjoy barbecue ribs. Do you prefer them saucy or dry? What do you think we should cook next? I just want to say thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.